Speaking of bearing witness, this week also, last Friday, was International Holocaust Remembrance Day. And so to bear witness to that, I'd like to recall Dan Sternthal. And anyone who's speaking, you gotta shout to that tree over there.
We expect projection.
Thank you.
Can you hear me? When Rick asked me to do this, I just shook my head a little bit and all the memories came back. I was brought up after the Holocaust by a family, father, mother, grandfather, grandmother, friends, everybody was part of the Holocaust. So we were so swamped by information, and I can share with you some things. I'll give you some quick background. I'm not going to hold you up too long, but I have some quick background to tell you what happened, and I wrote it down so I don't get confused with all the information I have. Last week we paused a little bit to remember what happened here, and we reflected on the atrocities that has never happened before in the world. 20 million people were murdered. 20 million people. Jews, disabled people, homosexuals, Jehovah's Witnesses, Polish people, Slavs, black people, the mentally disabled, Soviet prisoners, and political dissidents. No exception was made by Hitler, who thought that those people are not Aryan enough to survive. What he did, he was very smart. He took and he made an effort to get all the courts on his side. Once you get the courts on your side and they issue edicts, you are good to go. And the edicts were, you can kill anybody that you want that you think is not worth living. So he went on a rampage, built concentration camps, and not many people survived. For all of us, I think the important thing to remember is one issue. When you can get the courts of any country on your side and you're a dictator, you have full permission to do what it is that you want. Courts are on your side and you can do anything you want. And he did. All the courts said to him, go ahead. I believe that many people who survived in spite of the courts. My father was in the forest for months, and my mother was running away in the woods in Switzerland, and the information that I have has been so traumatic that I try to forget. On January 27, 1945, the Soviet troops liberated the concentration camp called Auschwitz-Birkenau. They revealed the world the full extent of what the hell happened here, and it was horrific. The Holocaust served as a stark reminder of the dangers of hatred and prejudice. It is a reminder that we must never take our freedom and democracy for granted. Never. We must always be vigilant in the face of hate and discrimination and work towards a society that is inclusive, accepting, and just. Most importantly, just. We must also remember the survivors of the Holocaust who have had to carry the weight of their memories and the trauma for the rest of their life. We must honor the resilience of and the strength of these people and ensure that the stories are passed down to future generations so that we may never forget the atrocities that occurred. And that's a problem now. A lot of the people that went through this are dead. My father died, my mother died. There's no more. So I carry the message. Let us honor the memory of the victims of the Holocaust by working towards a future where such atrocities can never, never, ever happen again. Thanks.
All right.
Thank you.